Yo, my name's Evan. I live in my van in LA and I make funny shaped skateboards. I've told people that I feel like Skateshapez is like 1/3 skating, 1/3 art, and 1/3 swag. There's like a big like market scene in LA just to pull up and sell your shit, so it looks crazy right now. But yeah, like I got my little fucking thing. I think I got these from Michael's. And I think I paid for half of them. You think you stack them up and you just shoot them on top, but you just don't shoot the whole thing. I've been shoplifting like fucking crazy. I gotta get my money back up. I have like a urinal in there. If you have a place you can pee and like a sink where you can drink water, you have a house, dude. Like, yeah, I got my little sink. This might be a little hard to see, but it dumps out and I just drilled a hole in the bottom so it just like pours out straight to the sidewalk. So that's what the water shit is, and then this one's for peeing it. It has a cap because it smells hella. Nah, but hold on. You pee in it, but then you chase it with this shit, and it like eliminates it. But sometimes I'm too lazy to run this in, so. But no, I've had like girls pee in it. I lived in a van in Seattle for like 2 years before coming down here, and I was always hella embarrassed about it. And I would like kind of keep it a secret, but dude, like in Seattle, are you kidding me? Dude, girls loved that shit, bro. Like, I never had one girl like not be hyped on it. But I also think that's like, I don't know, if you look at me, I feel like the girls that would like me are into it, while like if there were like some more like upper, like I feel like the girls who wouldn't be hyped of it are out of my payroll anyways, you know what I mean? Like they're like a little too. Oh, this is my van breakfast. It's protein powder and instant coffee. And you just shake it up. It's actually like fucking great. So, oh, and then I got my board rack. So this is like a cruiser one just for filming. And then I just have a regular one too. So that's that. What makes a good parking spot is you want it to where it's like in front of a business. You don't want to park like straight in front of someone's house because they'll find out and they'll be weird and suspicious. And you want to, but you also want it to be near residential so that people just think it's that. Because like if you park in the middle like industrial district at night, like someone's gonna like rock your shit. Someone's gonna come and break a window. So like half and half. And then also ideally flat, and then also somewhere that wakes you up in the shade. Because like the worst thing you could do in the van is like crash like right where the sun like blasts you in the morning. You get fucking cooked. So yeah, so I have like a couple spots that fit all that criteria. But yeah, the dude who I'm like renting from makes furniture. So this big area is just him making furniture and shit. So my homie back there is outlining them. So like this will be a fire hydrant board, and I just cut them all with a jigsaw, route them, and then the homie sands them. This is gonna be a cigarette, which is actually funny. The dude who submitted the art literally just submitted the art from Supreme, did like a cigarette board. Anyway, this one's my favorite that I really want to set up the skate. I think this one's just for me. This is like the Squidward house. That one's gonna be hella fun. This one I want to bring back. This was like some dude's chainsaw, but I want to use the idea because like the board ended up having a shit ton of like ridges and it was super neat. Yeah, and then I got a drum set back there, but. Yeah, so how it started was, it was my homie's birthday in Seattle, and I went to Black Market in Northgate. I was just like, yo, I'll like put up half on a board for you for your birthday because I don't have that much money. But they had Beer City like uncut blanks there, so they just sold these for just like, oh, like cut your own. So I was just like, oh, that'd be like a funny gift, because I was actually doing like just jigsaw like wood, like just giant pieces of just to make art. And then that gave me the idea. I was like, oh, like what if I did like a shaped board? So it was two of my homies' birthdays coming up. One of them was a stoner, and the other one's from the Bay and loves Mac Dre. So I made a Mac Dre board and a bong, and that was like the start of it, and that was cool. And then I just started, and then like more of my skate homies' birthdays kept coming up, so I was just making them for their birthdays So yeah, it was the Mac Dre, the bong, and then I made my friend a banana, and then I made another friend a $sign. And then once I made the $sign, my neighbor at the time was like a tech bro and like hella into business and shit. And he came over, he's like, dude, you should start a business. And he was all like trippy about it. And I was like, damn, maybe you're right. So I just started to like hyper think about like what it would take to start one and like what I think would be cool. And then it was me like perfecting the craft for like literally like 3 years. And then I was just like, also like I was done with Seattle, I needed to move. So then I moved down here and then I got this warehouse, everything worked out. And then I've just been like full sending it ever since. Yeah, so I had a video like go mega viral when I first started, and that just gave me enough orders to where like, cause I moved to LA with like trying to do this full time, but so like I live in my van, and that's like what gives me ability to like only pay rent here, to where I don't have to like give out hella money, whatever. Like this, like I've just sacrificed myself to where like this is my life, to where like this is all I do. And then when a video went hella viral, I was getting so many messages from people trying to make shit like I like couldn't fulfill all the orders. So now I have like my fulfillment shit set up, and now I'm hoping just the orders will come back. Yeah. This is my favorite. This is the one I drank the most when I was a kid. Also, it feels so weird that it's like my connection to Four Loko was literally like when I was 16, and now I'm like 29, like the hella juiced on doing it, but I'm like so out of touch with like, I don't know, like it's not something I'm participating in at all anymore.
Did Four Loko hit you up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, well, yeah, so they DM'd me, so it was part of the like whole like apocalypse, like when I had a video go viral of a Hasbula board. Yeah. They were one of the people who were just like, yo, like we like the boards, and I was like, I like hella fangirled out, I was like tripping out on it. And then yeah, they hit me up being like, yo, like we should do some boards. So like yesterday they launched, so they're like on their website and shit, and yeah, and pretty much the deal with that is like they give me like a stack that I'm allowed to sell, and that's what I'm doing.
So can anyone just hit you up and propose some sort of idea for what their dream board?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And not even like hit me up, they can just order it off my website. I have just the button, you just click, you just upload whatever photo. And I think a lot of people, mistake that, because I get a lot of people hitting me up asking me like, can I do this? Can I do this? I'm like, yeah, literally just you go to my website and you can upload any photo you want and I'll make it happen. And so I even think that's like almost part of the promise too that I tell people is like, even though I have a ratio that works, like sometimes I do kind of like the challenge of getting like random shit and like making it work. Because even for like that bear one, I had to like stretch, like I had to like slim up his sides and like stretch and like tighten in his shoes and stuff. So there's a little bit of like art finessing I have to do, but like it's like kind of enjoyable just to like make it work. But it's also a challenge, so it's also kind of a bitch. But I don't know. We did like Jack in the Box boards too. Oh yeah. Those were hella sick.
Did they hit you up or?
Yeah, no, that was like a whole other side of this business I was like never expecting to happen. Is like because I do like custom boards or whatever, like companies will hit me up as almost like promo for them on some what do you call it, like influencer shit. Yeah. Where they're like yo, like you do this, you promote our company, you know, I mean, because like you see like your Instagram comedian people, like they'll post an ad about Bumble hella randomly. Yeah. That's essentially what I'm doing for like Jack in the Box. Is I'll make a Jack in the Box board and they'll pay me just to do it. Sick. Which is like nuts.
They don't sell them or anything?
No, exactly. Yeah. But the idea is I'm kind of hoping is if I do a bunch of those, like some of those, like whenever you post it, people are going to be like, yo, I want that. And I'm like, yeah, let's fucking do it. So, I mean, this shit is like all brand new. Like I said, I only really started in February. So I'm kind of just like taking a day at a time. But like someone wanted one of these. And I was so nervous for so long. And then people started making hella 9/11 jokes this year. And I was like, fuck it. The dude like wants one so bad. So I was like, give it to him. Obviously, like other companies have all done like little like runs of like 1 or 2 shaped boards, with the exception of Alzheimer's who did like the whole line. But I was trying to see if anyone did like the custom shaped boards, just like hella one-offs. And it was like, it's like kind of a deep cut to find, but they did an interview with Louis Barletta, who was doing them for a while. He would just, same thing as me, cut them with a jigsaw, but he would hand paint them. And the crazy thing about that is, I don't remember if it was before or after, but either way, Louis Barletta was the first pro I ever met, and I met him randomly at a bar, and I was like so fucking nervous just because I get hella fucking like not stage, but like starstruck. So I was there with my girlfriend, and I was like, holy shit, Louis Barletta's here. And I could like, he was like eating dinner with like his friends and shit, and I could overhear him like telling stories like, oh yeah, like me and Jerry, yada yada. And I'm like, he's talking about Jerry Sue, like what the fuck? It was so trippy. So I made us stay there for like an extra hour, and I just got so fucking drunk. And then eventually I had the nuts as I was leaving to go say what's up to him. And I think that had to have been before. No, that was before I came up with this idea. So it was just nuts that like the only pro I had ever met, I've met pros since then, but like the only pro I'd ever met then was randomly at a bar in San Jose, and it was like the one guy who also did this shit. Yeah, and also I'm a big fan of Louis. Like, yeah, I don't know, he's so cool. So the story is, so I do markets every month at Rose Bowl in LA, and so what happened was I went there and I was like mega tired, so I stepped away from my booth to like go take a nap because I split it with my homie. Yeah. And this is where like I feel like telling the story is gonna sound like a lie, but like my homie wouldn't lie about this. Yeah. So he like texted me hella like, yo, come back to the booth, like yada yada. But I like missed it. I was like so sleepy. But I go back there, he's like, dude, this chick comes up and she's like, oh, I like your art, talking to my friend. And she's like, oh yeah, like some like, oh, like my brother would like this. He's a famous skateboarder. And he goes, oh, word, who's your brother? She's like, Tony Hawk. We're like, what the fuck? And apparently like as soon as she said that, like they like look exactly the same. Like they look like hella similar. Yeah. And he's like, oh shit, well, like we sell skateboards like right behind you. She's like, oh shit. And she sees this one as Nick Cage. Because apparently Tony dresses up as Nick Cage almost every year for Halloween and like loves him. She bought a used one of these off me for like $50. And she's like, oh, this would be a great gift for Tony. So I was like, what the fuck? So like, anyways, I wasn't there for it. That's the story. My homie told me and I hella believe him. So like, let's just fucking hope that's real. But like, I started following him and everything. Hopefully he'll like post it on his story. Yeah. But his birthday's in May and it was bought whenever. So maybe he's getting it for Christmas or she's a total liar. But no, but it couldn't be. No, because we found her on Instagram and it was her. Hell yeah. Yeah.
My Christmas.
You get the clip?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, shit. Let's go. I'm happy with that. Yeah! Alright, so that was good. Oh, no. I'm living the dream, but I'm also like, yeah, I feel like I'm a big stress ball though, because since I've like hired people, like now not only do I have to make money to support myself, but like I feel like they're like my kids. I need to like make sure they have work, so it's always just a hustle.
No, exactly.
But yeah, definitely living the dream, 100%.